Okay, we're going to go ahead and correct Lesson 3A of the Activite pour Tous workbook. So that's pages 17 and 18. The first section they're asking you to do is select the correct articles. Remember, when we're talking about foods, for these specific 11 items of food that you are learning for this lesson, you can tell the masculine from the feminine if the food ends with a vowel. Okay, it does not apply to every food. Unfortunately, I wish it was that easy in French. It's not, but luckily for this lesson, you can do it that way. So we're looking at the word croissant. There is no vowel at the end. We know it is masculine. You're going to use le. Okay. Here we have the omelette. The thing about this letter, this word, is that although it ends with a vowel, it also begins with a vowel. And because it begins with a vowel, we know that we have to use the L apostrophe. Gender is trumped by the vowel at the beginning of this word. Here we have steak frites. We know that it ends with an S, therefore it must be masculine. We're going to say le steak frites. Okay. Pizza. Pizza ends with a vowel, the vowel A. Therefore, we know it's feminine in this case, so we're going to say la pizza. Hamburger. Now, because it starts with an H, even though the word ends with a consonant, because the word starts with an H, remember in French, the H's are always silent. They're not pronounced. The next letter that you hear is an A, which is a vowel. So it's as if the word started with a vowel, so you're going to use L apostrophe. And then here we have glace. It ends with a vowel. Therefore, we know it is feminine. We're going to say la glace. Okay? Now, the second section here asks, identify the following foods using the correct articles. Okay? So here we're going to say, this is supposed to be an omelette, so you're going to say une omelette. T-T-E. Une omelette. Okay? This is a salad. It looks like a salad. So we're going to say une salade. This is a steak and fries. We know that it ends with a consonant. It's going to be un steak frites. Okay. And here we know that this is an ice cream. It is called une glace. It ends with a vowel, so it's going to be une glace. All right, as we go down the page, we're going to see there's a little dialogue that you need to decide what is more appropriate. You circle the appropriate answer. Bernard, we're talking about Bernard, so we're talking to somebody who is not ourselves, but to some person. You're going to say, you are hungry, tu as faim. You circle tu as, because it means you are hungry. They're asking a question. Bernard is answering, and he says, yes, I'm hungry. J'ai faim. So the logical answer would be yes. You wouldn't say no, I'm hungry. And then the second part is qu'est-ce que tu veux? What do you want? What do I want? Well, we're talking to Bernard, so we're going to say what do you want? Qu'est-ce que tu veux? Not what do I want. And then Bernard is going to answer, and he's going to say I would like, je voudrais un hamburger, une salade et une glace. And then the person says, oh la la, which is like, oh my, you're really hungry. Tu as, you have real hunger. Tu as faim. All right? We're going to go down the page here, and we're going to answer these questions right here. Select the correct question for each response. So you have your choices in the boxes here. You decide which one makes the most sense. And then here we have to decide, is it going to be you are hungry, you want a sandwich, or what do you want? This is what they mean. You are hungry, tu as faim, you want a sandwich, tu veux un sandwich, or what do you want? Qu'est-ce que tu veux? In this case, there's a specific answer. He says un croissant, or she says un croissant, so the question has to be, qu'est-ce que tu veux? What do you want? Qu'est-ce que tu veux? All right? Question mark. The question here is oui, très, yes, very, and you. So the only logical question that could make sense is something about asking if you're hungry. Tu as faim? So the answer is tu as faim. Are you hungry? Oui, très, yes. Et toi, and you? The answer here is merci, oui, merci beaucoup. So the answer question here would be, do you want a sandwich? Yes, thank you very much. Tu veux un sandwich? Okay? So these are all questions, and they're all logical answers to them. So again, this means you are hungry. This one means, do you want a sandwich? You want a sandwich. And this means, what do you want? Okay? All right, turning to page 18. All right, so the top part of page 18 again is a dialogue. You have to select what makes the most sense for your dialogue. So let's go over the dialogue. Tu as faim? Are you hungry? Oui, j'ai faim. Non, merci. No, thank you. Well, he's not offering anything. He's asking him if he's hungry. So the only logical answer would be, yes, I'm hungry. Oui, j'ai faim. All right? And then the second question is, qu'est-ce que tu veux? Une crêpe ou un sandwich? So he's giving him a choice. What do you want? A crepe or a sandwich? The person his answer is going to say, I would like something, right? So it's going to be, je voudrais un sandwich, s'il te plaît. Please. I would like a sandwich, please. The other possibility is, oui, merci, yes, thanks, I'm hungry. Well, that doesn't make any sense. He's offering him specific food. He needs to answer with a specific food. So the answer is, je voudrais un sandwich, s'il te plaît. Right here. And then the next dialogue, part of the dialogue is, tu veux aussi une glace? Do you want an ice cream as well? And so the one answer that would make sense is not j'ai faim, yes, I'm very hungry. It would be, yes, give me a glass, an ice cream. So this is the only one that makes sense, okay? So the conversation goes something like this. Are you hungry? Yes, I'm hungry. What do you want, a crepe or a sandwich? I would like a sandwich, please. Do you want an ice cream as well? Yes, give me an ice cream. Okay? And in French, it would be, tu as faim? Oui, j'ai faim. Qu'est-ce que tu veux, une crêpe ou un sandwich? Je voudrais un sandwich, s'il te plaît. Tu veux aussi une glace? Oui, donne-moi une glace. Okay? That's your dialogue. Now, going down the page here, we have an activity which says you are in Paris. Select the foods that you eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, what do you have for breakfast? Let's see. I guess you could say a croissant, which would be a bread-based thing. So you're going to go un croissant. You're going to put in your article, and remember that croissant is masculine. Here we have lunch. What would you have for lunch? I guess you probably have a sandwich. So you'd say une sandwich. Easy to remember. It's an English word. Sandwich. Et une glace, which means ice cream. And if you want a memory device, you can always think of a glacier, which is an iceberg, which is based on the word ice, glace in French. And then supper, I guess you would have une salade, which would be a salad. And then the last thing you would have is un steak frites. There you go. All right. Une salade et un steak frites. That's my impression. Now, whether we reverse them, it doesn't matter. The only thing I care about at this point is making sure you get your articles correct and that you understand what each word means. All right? Down here, write a logical question for each response. So we're seeing the response is yes, I'm hungry. Oui, j'ai faim. So the logical answer would be tu as faim. Are you hungry? Okay. And then the answer here is donne-moi un sandwich au jambon, s'il te plaît. Okay. And so the obvious question here would have to be something like, what do you want? Right? And what do you want in French is qu'est-ce que tu veux? Okay. Down here, the articles, you're filling in the articles for the A-form, articles for each of the food items here. So using our guide of whether or not it ends with a vowel or not is how we're deciding whether to use un or une. So it's going to be un steak et une salade, un sandwich et une glace, un hamburger et une crêpe, and here we have un croissant et une omelette. Remember that when your word starts with a vowel or an H, your exception, when you're using the definite article le, la, or le, la, or L apostrophe, sorry. This is when you're looking to see if your word starts with a vowel to decide whether you're going to use the masculine, the feminine, or the abbreviated version, okay? But when you're using the article un or une, you have only two choices. It's either masculine or feminine. You don't have to worry about the vowel at the beginning of the word, okay? So the exception so the L apostrophe works only with the definite articles le, la, or L apostrophe, okay? It's not something that you need to be concerned about when you're using the A version, the word A in French, which is un or une. Last section of this exercise is request or offer the following foods using the right form of address. So Virginia is a friend, okay? So you are going to say, qu'est-ce que, you're offering, tu veux, qu'est-ce que tu veux, qu'est-ce que tu veux. You're going to use the tu because you're talking to your friend Virginia, T-U, and because you have an informal relationship with her, okay? You're asking the waiter, you're requesting the waiter for something, so you're going to say donnez-moi. You're going to use the formal version of something, and in this case, oh, I did this wrong. I apologize. So this top one is wrong. We have actually, you're offering something to your friend, so let's start that again. It's ice cream. So tu veux, you're going to be tu veux une glace. Okay? You're asking Virginia if she wants a glass. So tu veux une glace. Now you're offering Virginia an ice cream. So you're going to say tu veux une glace. You are asking the waiter for something. So you're going to say donner with a Z because it's a formal relationship. This looks like a steak. A steak. Okay. And then here Bruno is a friend, so you're going to say donne-moi. In this case, un sandwich. Okay. Un sandwich. Now, I don't have a lot of room to write here, but ideally you want to say please, which is going to be s'il vous plaît when you're in a formal relationship with somebody. You're going to use s'il vous plaît. And then in an informal relationship, you're still going to say please, but you're going to say it informally. S'il te plaît. There you go. All right? So when you are offering something to somebody, you say tu veux une glace. Okay? And when you're asking something, there's two forms. If you're asking from somebody who you have a formal relationship, such as in a restaurant with a waiter, you're going to say donnez-moi un steak, s'il vous plaît. And if you are just at a friend's house or you're chilling with some friends and it's not a formal relationship, you would say donne-moi un sandwich, s'il te plaît. Okay? So the difference here is the Z in donner and donne. And it also changes the sound of the word, right? And in the s'il te plaît and the s'il vous plaît, there's two versions of please. There's the formal and then there's the informal. All right. Thank you very much. And we'll see you in class.